What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. So this is Big Brother recap, season 22, episode 18. I believe we are on. Listen, I have absolutely no idea what Kylan is doing. Okay, let's talk about it, y'all. So tonight was the power veto, but remember they threw that whole veto derby in there, and so not only do we have to pick players for the veto, but now we got to figure out who gonna bet on who. And then that adds a whole nother layer of strategy, child. So we have Alyssa's playing, Oz's playing, Brittany's playing. Well, before we get to that, let me rewind. Kylan is basically saying that if anybody comes off the block, then he has an opportunity to backdoor somebody. And it really only comes down to Alyssa and Brittany. If you take the cookout out of it and you take Derek X and SB out of it, that pretty much just leaves Alyssa and it leaves Brittany. So my thing is, then why not take a swing at Alyssa? Brittany is no threat to you in any way, shape, or form. Alyssa really isn't either. But Brittany really ain't no threat to you. At least not from where I can see. So why not give Brittany a break? Hell, she'd have been on the block 3 times in a row. But okay. Well, not in a row. But anyway. And then if you really want to make a swing and play some Big Brother, take a swing for Derek X. I know that's your boy and all, but Derek X is going to mess around and beat all of y'all. Y'all know he's a beast comp. He's got a great social game. So anyway, let's get to it. So, like I said, Alyssa, Ozza, and Brittany all get chosen to play in the veto, which is really ends up being the best case scenario because Claire bet on Kylan, SB bet on Ozza, Kylan bet on Alyssa, and Derek F bet on Brittany. So the goal for the Jokers was for all of them to be playing in the veto, which they all are. So hopefully between the 3 of them, one of them wins, or at least win by adjacent, that somebody they bet on win, and then they have the opportunity to take Derek F off the block and protect them. Best case scenario is for Brittany to be protected. Because even though Brittany did go to Kylan and make a deal to say, listen, I won't come after you for the next 2 weeks if you keep me safe this week, and Kylan agreed to it, which you can't be mad. People make deals all the time and then they double back on them, whatever. But there's a part of Brittany that I think feels like, yeah, I can't necessarily trust that. So we play, it's the Hotep competition, which of course everybody loves the Hotep competition. As soon as they said which competition it was, I knew immediately that Derek F was going to be the first one to be eliminated. And I know that that's a mean thing to say, but I won't lie, because the first person eliminated was Derek F. And it wasn't just because he had a hard time getting up the damn ramp. He had a hard time finding the right answer. So Derek F ends up being the first person eliminated. So then the next round, Ozza realizes that the best case scenario is for Brittany to win. Why? Because Brittany and Derek, because if Brittany wins the power veto, Derek F also gets the veto, and he can protect, he can pull himself off the block, and Brittany can make sure that she doesn't go up, and hopefully they can campaign that Ozza doesn't go up. However they figure the shit out. Anyway, so Ozza found the right answer, but Brittany hadn't. And so she's pretending to move around. She's pretending like she still hasn't found it, which of course is obvious to everybody. And Tiffany is peeping it. And Tiffany was like, girl, like, it is so obvious that you are throwing this to Brittany. Even to the point where she ends up throwing the right answer to Brittany for Brittany to find. Now, Ozza, here's the reality of the situation. One, you could have moved at the regular pace that you were moving, but just picked up the wrong answer. And then that way, you would have been eliminated and Brittany still would have been in there, even if she got up there after you. Which is probably what you should have done. Because you throwing her the right answer in front of everybody made it pretty damn obvious what it was that you were doing. Anyway, so Ozza is the second person to be eliminated. But guess what? Brittany was eliminated next, so it didn't even matter. You did all of that for nothing. You made yourself look real obvious for no damn reason, because Brittany got eliminated the next round. So it comes down, now we're down to Claire, Alyssa, and Kylan. Claire needs to win because, hell, she's on the block. But unfortunately, Claire gets eliminated next. So now we're down to Alyssa and Kylan. Kylan's thing is, I want the veto because I want to physically pull Claire off the block to try to win some brownie points with her. So that she'll know, listen, I did this for you. I pulled you off the block. Now, the question, so Alyssa, because Kylan bet on Alyssa to win, he still gets a veto if Alyssa wins. So he throws it to Alyssa. Now, Alyssa is real happy she won because I don't know if she realized that Kylan threw it or not, but it don't matter. A win is a win. However you get it, girl, you better celebrate. So now the question is, Derek F is going to Kylan wanting to know what's the backdoor move. Now he's throwing around Brittany's name. So Derek F is like, shit, I ain't signed up for this. Now my girl is on the block. She's in danger. And how do I deflect? So he's trying to redirect Kylan over to Derek X, which again isn't a bad alternative, and it actually is a pretty good week to take a swing at Derek. I don't know if you have the votes, and that might be the biggest thing is, if I take a swing at Derek X, do I have the votes to get him out of this house? Don't know. But if you get the cookout on your side, then you do. Because at this point, the cookout is the dominant alliance. With whoever they choose to go home is who's going home. Doesn't really matter. So Kylan pretty much decides that it's going to be Brittany. So he lets SB, he tells her, listen, go to Brittany and let Brittany know that I think she's going to be my replacement nominee. And then you can sort of win yourself some brownie points for jury in the process. Shady. So Sarah Beth goes to Brittany and lets Brittany know. And so, of course, Brittany is immediately pissed off because Brittany is like, hell, I made an arrangement with Kylan. So I'm not even understanding why my name is coming out his mouth because, of course, Brittany doesn't realize that there's this whole alliance that's 6 people strong. So in her mind, he got the whole house to pick from. Like, everybody pretty much knows that Sarah Beth is off limits, but the rest of the house is wide open, and she's not understanding why ain't nobody else's name on his lips, which I think most people would understand because, again, he has other options, at least from her vantage point. So she goes to him and she's like, dude, what the hell? Like, why is my name even on the list? Because we had a whole conversation. So basically, you just a liar. You look me dead in my face and you just gonna double back on the whole deal we made. Well, yes, it's Big Brother. Kylan feels bad, but I don't think Kylan feels bad enough not to do it. I don't think he's ready to take that swing at Derek X. I don't think he is. And again, he is, to his credit, he is staying true to the cookout. He's not considering any of the cookout members, you know, which is more than I could say for what some of them would have done. But anyway, that's another conversation, child. So we don't know how the veto ceremony went. I mean, of course, if you're watching the live feeds, you do know. No spoilers here, though. So tomorrow night we will see who is on the who ends up on the block, and we'll get the live eviction. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in those comments. Peace.